What is up, guys? I hope you're well and welcome to today's episode of Choosing Beggars. As you can see, the channel is absolutely blown up recently and I can only thank you again. So thank you so much for what you're doing for this channel. We have a Discord going now. The link will be in the description below. Feel free to join us. We'd love to have you there. Get involved with the community. It's going great so far. If you are new here, please consider hitting that like, that subscribe button, and maybe even a little notification bell, as it really helps us go further. Thank you very much, guys. Let's get into this. What's the lowest you'll take? I didn't want to go much lower, but I'll take 160 if interested. Thanks for looking. I would have paid that low price for it if it was from an actual painter for a duplicate. Thanks anyway. I am an actual painter, and it's an original with no prints or duplicates made. You can always paint one yourself. Take care. I recently went back home to visit some friends and family. I went out to lunch with a group of people I knew from university. My treat. After we'd finished our mains, we ordered a coffee and I excused myself for a smoke. A few minutes later, one of my friends comes out to join me and the conversation goes like this. Can I bum a cig? Oh sorry dude, I don't actually smoke anymore. I've been off them for about 4 months now. Didn't you say you were going out for a smoke? Ha, yeah, my bad. I call it a smoke, but I vape now. I show him the tiny vape pen. You want to try it? Nah, I've heard those things are really bad for you. Inhaling anything isn't great, but I'm pretty sure it's better than a cig. I'd rather have a cig. Looks at me expectantly. So... no cigarettes then? Nope, I don't have any. Give me a tenner and I'll go and buy us a pack. I'm not buying you a pack of cigarettes. It's cool. I'll only have one. I don't want a pack of cigarettes. Come on man, help me out. Offers him the vape pen again. Honestly, this will give you the nick fix. But I don't want to vape. And I don't want to pay you for cigarettes. To be honest, you probably owe me about 5 to 6 packs from all the ones you bummed from me in uni. CB gets huffy and spouts some nonsense about how I invited him under the premise of it being a treat and then stomps off. I presume he's gone to buy his own pack and go back inside to join the rest of my friends. We drink our coffee, order some cake to finish it off, and he still hasn't returned. By the time I pay, I tell the cafe that I pay for everything except for his food. He ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, and screw him if he's going to storm off. They say it's fine, and he's there all the time, so they're just getting to pay when he's next in. This was a few days ago, and I still haven't heard from him. Bit of petty revenge in there as well. I like it. Nice young lady crowdfunding a Brazilian booty. Somebody sent me 48 cents on Venmo. Surely you can do better. What is Venmo? I keep reading about this in these Choosing Beggar ones. Is it like a new PayPal or something? I'm going to have to Google this. I was selling a set of summer performance tyres on Craigslist for $400. They had 80% tread left on them and they retail for about $280 per tyre. Guy that lived an hour away wanted to buy them and drove over to pick them up. He seemed nice enough and negotiated the price down to $300. A few days later, I received a text that 2 tyres had bubbles on them after mounting them. Oh, sorry about that. Send me some pictures and maybe we can work something out. He sends the pictures. It's a picture of one tyre from different angles. That looks like it's just one tyre. Oh yeah, I forgot. Just one. Sorry, I forgot. It already seemed fishy at this point, but he seemed like a nice enough guy. Well, if you unmount the tyre and bring it back over, I'll give you $75 for it. No, I want $280 back, because that's how much it costs for a new tyre, and I need a new one. Also add $25 for gas. I stopped replying because that's a stupid request, but a few hours later. So I talked with my friends and they said 75 seems fair, so I'll take 75, but you have to drive it to me. He then kept saying how I had to drive to him and give him his money. I kept telling him that I had no time and stopped replying. Then every few hours I get a text with stuff like, you better make time or else, and other ambiguous threats. He started to call me. I just blocked his number at this point. God, I'd be quite nervous because he actually knows that guy's address as well, you know, and he's actually making threats. Be a little bit worried about that. So after moving house, I had a ton of stuff to sell, as my partner decided she wanted to replace all our existing furniture with more expensive versions of what we already had. Facebook Marketplace, home of the Choosing Beggar in the UK, and I know about that. Things like a bed, sofa and kitchen table, most only a couple of years old, but IKEA stuff or high street, but quality for a large sofa. Everything was priced fairly, $150 for a sofa bought 3 years prior for $1,300, and all the other bits of furniture priced cheapest for about 100 miles, but miles better quality condition almost. I was hit with a constant scourge of "is it still available?" constant messages. The sofa, I was getting about 5 to 6 a day. I was getting stupid offers of £40 and asking if I would deliver the sofa. The bed, I made sure the buyer had to take the mattress, which was 2 years old, and always had a foam topper, because my car was impractical. Everything was priced so low to incentivise people to take it away. I didn't want to hire a van, so I reflected that in the price. Eventually, after dealing with about 100 different people and messaging me for about 4 weeks later, I managed to sell everything, but I was pretty pissed off with all the time wasters. So I went through the entire conversation history list on Facebook. "Hey, desperately want to get rid of this. You can have it for free if you can come collect it." My phone lit up with message notifications like a supermodel asking for sex on Tinder. People that had messaged me weeks ago and agreeing to collect on a certain day, only to fall off the face of the earth and ignore my follow-up messages, finally decided to give their phones enough juice to message me back. "Will you please deliver?" still managed to make its way over to me, and people went from not speaking to me for a month to being able to collect within hours, but I ignored every single one. I let them bombard me with follow-up messages, call me an arsehole and see that I read their messages, but they didn't get any kind of response from me, other than that little smiling profile picture in the corner that I have indeed seen your messages begging. Nothing is quite as satisfying as offering it free to someone that has wasted your time and watching them helplessly trying to make a case to why they're still deserving of it, despite sending a ton of messages and then ghosting. This is more petty revenge than choosing beggars, I admit, but I just love it. I love that someone got revenge on all those choosing beggars. You're just lazy. So I go to a somewhat large university. Over the summer, my friend texted me and asked me to pick up mail for her from a building on campus. I'm a commuter, so going to pick up the mail would have meant taking at least 2 hours of my time. She the school as the international student and was out of the country for the summer, so I knew that I was the only friend she had that lived close enough to the school to get the mail. Knowing this, I decided to help her out, since the office told her that they wouldn't keep it for more than a week. The following day, I woke up early to avoid traffic and drove up to the campus. To avoid paying for parking, I had to park at a larger parking lot the other side of campus and walked about a mile to the building where I had to pick up the package. Once I got inside, I had to wait for nearly half an hour because my friend forgot to email them, giving me permission to pick it up on her behalf. Once I finished, I had to walk back to my car and rush off home for another event. 2 weeks later, I had to go to campus for a new major orientation, and I decided to schedule some meetings that day to avoid having to commute to school more times than needed. I asked my friend if she wanted me to pick up mail for her while I was on campus, and she said sure. She told me she didn't have any plans after 3 PM, but that's when my orientation started, so we scheduled to meet at 4:30 instead. She told me to meet her at her dorm during my orientation. I checked the bus schedule and noticed that my bus was leaving from my house at 4:45 and I wouldn't be able to catch it if I walked to her apartment. Since the next bus came an hour later and I had a family event to attend that night, I texted her and asked if she would be willing to meet me on campus instead. She responded by telling me, not asking, to keep the package until next week. I thought it was weird since she said that she was free after 3 PM, but I didn't question it too much and I said sure. I then asked her if something came up since she couldn't meet me on campus and just replied no, I'm free right now, but I know you're just lazy. This infuriated me. I had to spend work hours to pick up her mail because she forgot to change her mailing address. When I asked her to take a 5-minute walk to meet me, she refused to leave her dorm, even though it saved me more than an hour. She never thanked me throughout the whole process and instead decided to accuse me of being lazy. I blew up at her over text, and when she sensed my anger, she decided to walk across campus to get the package. She showed up and looked extremely upset and reluctant, but I threw her package and ran on my bus. We're no longer friends. I don't blame you. I mean, someone accusing you of being lazy when you do all that work. What do you mean you can't give me a free pizza? I worked as a delivery guy for 3 years, and in my time I met a lot of choosing beggars. Entitled people that are just plain scammers. So I worked in Domino's, and this lady bought about 4 to 5 large pepperoni pizzas for a party. Apparently she underestimated the number of people that would show up and tried to rip off the same amount of pizzas for free from us. It went something like this. "Thank you for calling Domino's. How may I help you?" "Yes, I received an order a few minutes ago, but the pepperonis were all spoiled. They had a bad taste, even had grey spots on them. It was disgusting and we threw them all away. However, I'm willing to be a good customer and just accept the free redo of the order, with new pepperonis this time please. I got so damn scared because I honestly thought the pepperonis had gone bad. I apologised to her and told her that I'd notify the manager to see what we were allowed to do, and she said this was okay. However, as soon as I notified the manager and told him that she bought around 5 large pepperoni pizzas, he knew exactly what order it was. I told him everything about the spoiled pepperonis, and he got mad because he said those pepperonis were delivered the day before, and he didn't open the bag until like 2 hours ago, so they were new. Not only that, but not a single person had complained the whole night, and they didn't smell or look bad. He got onto the phone with her. "Yes ma'am, I'm the manager here. I heard your issue. Are you sure they were spoiled?" "Of course they were spoiled. What are you saying? I know when the food is bad." "Don't worry ma'am, I'm not saying anything. However, I'm asking because your order was delivered an hour and a half ago, and I find it odd that you've only just called now." "Well, I couldn't call earlier." "We'll redo your pizzas if you give us back the pizzas we delivered so we can inspect the pizzas ourselves." "This is not store policy. He just wanted to scare into thinking it was." What? Return the pizza? "Look, we threw them all away. They were bad. Nobody touched the damn things." "Then get them out of the trash." Ugh, who would do that? "People who throw away food and then demand a redo an hour and a half later." "Screw it. I don't want your damn pizzas. This is horrible customer service. You're supposed to give me a free order with the same amount of pizzas. We have a party here and nobody will eat. You should have brought back the pizzas as soon as you notice." She hangs up at this point. Who actually try? I mean, I could accept maybe like trying to get one pizza, like a free redo, but trying to get like your whole order of 5 pizzas. Come on man, you're taking the piss.